Well, hello there, and good morning to you all. First of all, I would like to ask, uh, sorry to you all, but last week I did not have the time to do the review for the Bleach chapter of that week, so I was very busy, and this week only today I did have some free time uh, to do my review. So I will skip the formalities of resuming the chapter, and I will go directly to my opinions on this. So this is the review for Bleach 589, entitled The Shooting Star Project, The Old and New Trust. So at the start of this, uh, we see Ishigo, Chad, and Orihime that they did go to the 12 Squad barracks, where apparently Kurotsushi did make a copy of the canon of the Shiva. And eventually Urahara kinda finish off the job of, in a way, preparing the cannon to fire. Um, okay, I can cope with this kind of setting up, even if the last time we did see them, we do not see them going to 12 barracks or whatever, but no problem. So, and that this part about the three is very comic, and I do enjoy it. It's kind of pace changing in a way. At the same time, we see the returning of a character that we did not see for a long, very long time. That it was Yoruichi. In the last videos, I always wondered what will happen to other Shinigami or characters that could be used in this part of the story but did not appear until today, in a way. So I was glad that we did see Yorichi and we did learn that what she was doing, and basically the explanation. Okay, I kinda, let's say, buy it, because basically Yorichi was doing a mission with the Wizards, and it was also good to have some reference to the Wizards that were still in the living world. And basically they are kind of collecting, they were collecting energy, essentially to fire the cannon and to discover what happened to the rift between the Soul Society and the human world. So it was good to first learn what they are doing, even if we do not see it, and to see Yorichi. I do hope that Yorichi goes either with Ishigo and his group to the Soul Palace, kinda making the same, or repeating the idea of the first arc, the second arc of Bleach, the Soul Society arc, where Ishigo, Shad, at the time Uryu and Orihime and Yoruichi did break in Soul Society. So that could be a way, but I honestly I do prefer that Yorichi, instead of going up, she could join the fight in the Soul Society or in the Vandenrijk realm that is now on the place of Soul Society. Because honestly, in terms of Yorichi, I do wanted to see her more powers about her, more techniques, and eventually see her using. I will not believe that she even that she will use a regular katana, even if she appears using kind of a sword. I will put my betting that she will kind of use. I think the name is wakizushi. That is a small blade, kind of used by ninjas and something along those lines, because it, in fact, it goes with the character. So I think that, but I do hope that Yoruichi do join the battle in the Van der Reich realm, because we still have a lot of Storm Raiders that we did not know who they are, and we have others that are still fighting, but we don't know much about them. For instance, Chaz Domino, the guy that knifed Akan, this guy disappeared from the story, so it will be interesting to see if this guy appears again or not. Uh, and then we go again to the battle between Yumichika and Ikaku against Giselle and Zombie Bambietta. I also like in the last chapter the reveal that in fact Bambietta was kind of zombified. Uh, and I was kind of expecting the chance that could happen, because after we see the powers, or after I see the powers of Giselle working and some explanations about it, uh, I do think for me that that could be a very possible chance that she could have killed Bambietta. Uh, and when she, I think it's 2 or 3 chapters ago, she explains to the other girls that she can only zombify quincies if they are dead. So I liked it. Then, in terms of the battle, I must say that Ikako is his normal self, but Yumichika kind of surprised me as a character, because he reveals, or Kubo reveals, that he is quite a very good observer. I will not say tactician, but he is a very, very good observer. And he also used Kido in this chapter, and that kind of, in a way, surprised me, because the regulations of Squad 11 is that no Kido types, no Kido powers, only brute power. However, since Yumichika does have a Kido ability or a Kido affinity, and since this is the last battle, it kind of makes sense that he must use, if you want to survive, he must use all his abilities, because and unless he went to do the same mistake as Ikako did in the fake Karakura town, when he fought against Paul and was beat down because he do not wanted to use his Bankai. So I hope that Yumishika, but at this point I don't know if Ikako and Yumishika will continue fighting, because at the end of the chapter we see Mayuri appearing in the battle, and that for me was quite interesting, because usually Mayuri fights adversaries with powers that are overwhelming in a way, and strange. So, and he usually is a very interesting fight to see because Mayuri is a very smart guy. So usually he kind of makes plans to counter what uh, his enemies or adversaries throw at him. So, in fact, if this is the matchup be, that will now unfold between Giselle and Mayuri, it will be a very interesting matchup because the powers of Giselle are. And I'm not discussing the issue if she is a female or a male or a hit or something along those lines. Um, I guess we will only have that answer, I guess, probably when Giselle was killed. Uh, so I will not go into that discussion at this point. But in terms of powers, let's say this matchup is interesting because we have Giselle that has the ability to control dead Quincy's, turning them into zombies, and it can also turn Shinigami into zombies just by the fact of splatting her blood, his blood, on them. So it's a quite complicated power to deal of. Besides, maybe it's possible that besides Bambietta, she could use, if she was able to do it, other stern readers that are already dead. Maybe she can also bring them back as zombies, even if I have some doubts about this idea because Giselle does say in this chapter that it was very hard to turn Bambietta into a zombie. So I don't know exactly if she needs to stay near the Quincy or the dead Quincy to use him and bring him back as a zombie, or if she in a way could cast something about energy or capturing their soul or something along those lines, and then she can work on it and then turn them into a zombie. But that will be very interesting if it's further explained how the process of zombification happens, besides the fact that the person that is zombified needs to be dead. In terms of Mayuri, Mayuri is a very smart guy and he's a genius in a way. And usually, when he fights, he plans ahead his adversary, and even in battle, he can read the movements of his adversary. However, in this case, if you remember when Candice was talking about, also in a couple of chapters now, about the price for killing Ichigo, that the Stern Ritter that will be able to kill him will receive a huge reward from Yua. And at that time we did see what each of the girls desired. However, when it was the case of this, it, she, he, the space was in blank. So could this mean that his movements, her movements, could not be read by adversary? And if that's the case, Mayuri will have a very hard fight against this Quincy Stern Ritter. So by all that reasons, I think this will be one of the, if the matchup is kept, I think that this probably will be one of the most interesting fights so far. So I'm looking forward to it. And Rugly, that's all what I wanted to talk about. Again, sorry for being late with my review and opinions. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Stay well, peace, and see you soon.